Oh, hell nah. Can't believe Snoop sold out.
Hey. See, the game is lame and absurd, but you spit. You need to sit back and observe a certified pimp. He's so fly. Oh, yes, he is. I mean, that boy does the shit. He's a mess, he is. Fresh to death. Ain't nobody fresh as he is. They can't compare. Go get next to him. Because he's so fly. I mean, the boy's so clean. Oh. From his white tee. Hold down to those jeans. You see the ice in the pinky.
All right. What's good? I'm your boy. Ken Jackson is the Ken Jackson Experience. Glad you could join me tonight. This is an unscheduled broadcast. And I'm sure everybody by now has heard about the Snoop Dogg situation. Who else? Rick Ross, Nelly, and there was one other clown. Oh, Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, the biggest clown of them all, performing at the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency rally that was held by Donald Trump and his team a few days ago, during just before the inaugural ball. So anyway, all right. Anyway, first I want to let y'all hear this from Snoop, because this dude, he really crashed out. And this was a few years ago when he said this. Let's check out what Snoop said.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
And there you have it. He was the first one. This nigga looks like a straight clown now. He is losing all types of followers, people canceling his ass all over the place. He just released an album not too long ago. I think it was a week or two ago as well. I don't know what the hell Snoop was thinking. Was he thinking that he was going to get thinking he was going to get some promotion for his album or whatever, off this shit. But I don't think a lot of these people understand that videos are forever. You know what I mean? And hold on, let me adjust this just a little bit. Where am I at? There we go. All right. Videos last forever. And when you say some shit to the whole world on camera, you better believe later when you switch up, somebody's going to bring that old shit back to life. They're going to put it out there and let the whole world know that your ass is dumb. So anyway, Snoop said he was going to just rip into any of the jigaboo ass Uncle Tom niggas that performed with Donald Trump. Who would be the first one? Well, it looks like you was the first one, Negro. You. And what's sad is that Snoop don't need the money. We know he don't need the money. He just did the Olympics not too long ago, and he's gotten a few other very large endorsement deals, this past year. So he can't say that he did it for the money because he needed the money. He didn't need the money. But here's my theory. I think Snoop is trying to jockey for a position in that elite world, which he knows he doesn't fit in. He's no elite. Think about back when he was hobnobbing with what's the chick's name? Who's the cooking broad? I can't even remember her damn name. I'll think of it though in a little bit. But Snoop is not the same Snoop that we grew up with. when he first came on the scene, he was, you know, really he was a skinny little ugly kid that looked like the Dobermans he had in all his videos and shit. Uh, in fact, Cameron Diaz, remembers him from high school in Long Beach as the dude she used to buy weed from. And then, he grew into this global superstar, you know, uh, Death Row Records. We all know the story there. Actually left Death Row because it could have been a death sentence. Went to No Limit Records. Master P put him on Real Game and showed him how to be, a real player in the game. You know what I'm saying? It was Master P that really elevated Snoop to enable him to be where he is now. So now, Snoop, super Crip, Crip walking everywhere he goes and, showing out for the white man. Just another jester in his court. Yeah, I said it. He's a court jester, a clown. And now here we are, and Snoop has sold his soul to the devil himself, performing at a Donald Trump event after he himself said the first one that did it would be a jigaboo ass Uncle Tom ass nigga. And he is the king of them all. Also on the show was Rick Ross. Of course, we know Rick Ross's career is non-existent. I can't even remember the last Rick Ross song that actually went big. I don't remember any of his songs, actually. Tell you the truth, I was never a Rick Ross fan. So, to be fair, I never listened to his music, so I can't tell you any of his big songs. Nelly, his country grammar ass, used to actually like Nelly back in the day. Nelly had some big songs. He was actually he actually came up in a time when hip hop was super competitive. He was riding high, when Jay-Z was big, when my favorite artist, my personal favorite, when DMX was on top of his game. Nelly was out there doing his thing and holding his own. You know what I'm saying? So, he's authentic. He's bona fide. He's the real deal as far as, the rap game, but he's another one, soul is soul. Now, Nelly, in my opinion, could probably say, hey, he needed the money because he hasn't really had nothing going on lately. What, Real Husbands of Hollywood, I think he was on, or one of them reality shows he was on. I think the biggest event in his life was, marrying Ashanti, but in any case, Nelly, big disappointment. Never thought I'd see his country ass performing, for Donald Trump. And then, but the biggest clown of them all, Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy has become the internet troll extraordinaire. He talks so much shit online about this artist and that artist, and so stole my flow, and this, that. I'm like, knock it off, bro. Just knock it off. Yes, you were the artist that really, really blew up on the internet. We give you that. Can't take that from you. You were the one that got this streaming shit down, in the early days, and learned how to manipulate the algorithms and really blew yourself up. But dude, your flow ain't that great. You are by far not a great rapper. You know what I mean? I can't even remember a fucking lyric of yours, that was really inspiring, something, that made me say, oh my God, bars. Nothing comes to mind at all. Soulja Boy, all you had was, what was that goddamn Superman song you did? Really, that's the only big song you had. You're a one-hit wonder, my guy. One-hit wonder. Ain't nobody checking for your ass now. You talking about, and then you put that apology video up yesterday, trying to clean up what you did for Donald Trump. Dude, ain't nobody feeling none of that bullshit. You been a fuck up for the past few years. Ain't nobody checking for Soldier Boy. Come on. Come on. Nobody cares. But you surely came through as the king of the clowns as far as this whole Donald Trump performance situation. But you know what? The other day though, I was totally thrown off. I was watching the actual inauguration, and it closed. It closed with the Village People performing live on stage with Donald Trump. Now that to me was the most shocking and untalked about event from that evening, because first time Donald Trump was in office and running, the Village People sent Donald Trump a cease and desist order to stop using the YMCA song during his campaign events. And now here they are performing at his inauguration, his second inauguration. I don't know what it is that makes these people switch out so hard for Donald Trump. I can't explain it. Personally, I think he's the biggest asswipe ever in American politics. I don't agree with most of his policies. There are a few things that he has proposed that make a little bit of sense. So I'm not going to sit here and say that everything that he does and has said, is something ridiculous. But the vast majority of the bullshit that comes out of his mouth are straight lies. And I'm really sick of that. Of course, every politician tells lies. Every one of them does. But Donald Trump is the king of the lies. It seems like every word out of his mouth is a lie. And he's just dumb. He knows everything about everything, and he knows everything better than all of the experts in any field, because he's a very smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a genius. Let him tell it. But anyhow, we, have to understand that these rappers are struggling to be a part of something that they'll never truly be a part of. They don't fit into the elite world. Donald Trump is not even an elite. The only reason the elites allow him to hang out is because he's been president, and now again he's a current president. And he won it fair and square. So we hope, we think it was all fair. We don't know. You never really know. But the fact remains, he's the current president. We have to accept it whether we like it or not. You know what I mean? So, but we have a lot of black folks, a lot of black celebrities, who for some reason feel like they got to pander to this elite crowd, in order to, I don't know, gain credibility, within the corporate world or with, on the world stage, rather than just accept the fact that, they're great in their own right, their fan bases love them, and they should be happy with that, especially the ones who really, really don't need the money. How much money can you spend? I know a lot of people out here say, man, I wish I had this, that, or the other, blase, blase. Listen, I've been there, done that. I had an incredible career in the music industry. Fortunately, I was in in a part of the industry that allowed me not to be famous, and I've made a lot of money in the business, and I've blown a lot of money in the business because I was young and dumb. I did a lot of stupid shit in my younger years. You know what? But I had a great time. I built a couple of solid businesses over the years, and had the opportunity to travel, go all around the world. Actually, I traveled more when I was in the military than I did in the music industry. But even still, got to hobnob with a bunch of, I'm not going to call them great people. They're just regular people. A lot of these celebrities are you, me, your next door neighbor, the nigga down the block, the the stuck up female from high school, all of that. They just have extraordinary jobs. They ain't special. They ain't special at all. Half of them aren't even responsible for the shit that they're famous for. If it wasn't for them having, creative teams around them, or certain people in their lives, they wouldn't be shit. You wouldn't know who they are. You know what I mean? So don't give them too much credit. A lot of these people, they put out some good music. They happen to star and co-star in some really, really good movies, or whatever it is that they do. Most of the time, it's just right place, right time for them. Plain and simple. Not because they're special, not because their talent is better than anyone else. There are a few, I will admit, that are extremely talented. Those one in a million individuals, who really got something, special about them. But for the most part, most of these celebrities are just like you and me, and they just happen to have some extraordinary jobs. So anyway, I'm not gonna kiss none of their asses. I was perfectly content, with what I did, music production, management, talent scouting. I've worked in that side of the industry and really had a great time and was very lucky to be able to do the things that I do and come out with no scandals, nobody looking for me saying Ken robbed them or stole anything. Never had them bad relationships with anybody. And now, here I am, pushing 60 years old, retired, and just, having fun with life. But man, would I ever sell my soul? Nope. I had the opportunity a few times and I passed because I did not want to be caught up in a lot of the bullshit that I saw going on behind the scenes. But hey, Rick Ross, Snoop, Soldier Boy, Nelly, I feel for y'all, bruh. I feel for you. Sorry that y'all had to end up this way. Now, don't get me wrong. You probably, you might recover a little bit of your popularity. But for right now, y'all niggas are canceled. For real. All right. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to get that off my chest. This shit has been talked about way too much, but I had to throw my 2 cents in because, hey, that's what we do, right? So check it out. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Catch us. We're going to be live streaming. And I'm asking the question, were the moon landings faked? I used to think that we really went to the moon, but now, and when I say we, I mean we, America, the country. But I'm having my doubts now. And the reason why is because in 1969, Apollo 11 allegedly was the first first rocket to take man to the moon. And think about it, 1969, you know, there was nothing digital at all. Everything was analog technology. In fact, they said the computer that guided the lunar lander was no more powerful than the typical handheld calculator. Think about that. But they managed to land on the moon, so they say. All right? So now, here we are in the digital age with all this high tech, all these supercomputers and laser rangefinders and communications and, whatever, all this high tech we have now. And they act like it's nearly impossible to land on the moon. Excuse me, I'm sorry. They act like it can't be done, like it's such a major feat. So, Sunday night, where the moon landing's faked, join me, 9 p.m. right here, crazybabytvworld.com. Yo, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Doesn't cost you a dime. I don't have shit to sell you. I'm just having conversations and having some fun in the process. All right? So until Sunday, 9 p.m., I'm your man, Ken Jackson. This has been the Ken Jackson Experience. I will see y'all next time. Peace. I'm out.